I got a Robert Handler here with me. I'm Andy Bauman. We're doing a Witcher Hot Tips video about how to sell your stuff.
How to sell your stuff. Because we've had the discussion, and it's like, okay, here's my menu.
Rob, you could sell this anywhere, right? Why are we doing a video about where to sell your stuff? Because there's so many merchants. Why not just dump off your stuff wherever you go?
It's a great question. And the answer to that is certain things, certain items, and certain merchants are selective in what they'll take and what they'll give you as far as crowns go. For instance, you got all these books, right? The idea is you read every book. Some of them have some value, some bestiary knowledge, or some skills. Anyways, like here, I mean, this happened to me, and I think every person is like, you start backing up all this stuff, and you gotta get rid of it.
Yeah.
And there were moments where I was like, you know what, I'll just drop it all. No. It was too late for me, but like, I've wasted too many books just by dropping because I was overburdened. But turns out I didn't know about it. There is a librarian here in
Novigrad, right?
Novigrad Hierarch Square. This is like, in my opinion, like kind of the go-to to like just like, you got basically everything you need here for the most part. You got a couple merchants, you got an armorer. Nearby, there's a blacksmith, somewhere over here, and we'll get to that later. But yeah, there is a librarian here, and it's not as much because I compared it earlier. Where is he? Yeah, here he is. It's not as much as you would hope for, but regardless, it's just a nice way. All these crowns add up. And you want to get a rhythm going, and notes are just crap, right? You read a note and you can just seriously toss it for the most part. But books, some of these are like.
That's real money,
pretty hefty. Like, look at this, 35. Like that adds up, right? Like here's 2 for 180.
Damn. And you tested this. The other merchants that actually accept books accept it at a much lower cost than this dude. So
you're talking like 2 to 3 crowns. This guy, give or take, like 10-ish. So let's see here. Let's actually look at one of these books. Compare.
Yeah, I need to offload like tons of books on my guy. So
yeah, right.
I'm going straight to this dude. Yeah. Is there any other book? Do you know, like in Novigrad, or sorry, in Skellige or anything?
No, this is an earlier save of mine. This is like save. I was like, all right, I remember this save of mine where it was like just backed up and crap.
Yeah.
But I'm at almost 20, and I recently got to Skellige or whatever, and I haven't found any other librarian or guy. So this could be the only one. Regardless, it's a start. So let's see here. This book, How to Avoid Colossal Vessels, 40.
That's something you don't really need as a Witcher.
No, you don't. It's not a Witcher book.
You're back.
I am back.
Let's see these books of yours.
Sell them books.
Will sell it for 13, which is pretty good. I mean, compared to what? 2 or 3 from merchants. So yeah, that's basically the librarian. Definitely worth your time.
All right, you showed me another one though that was key because you end up getting a lot of trophies, right? And you can only actually have one active at a time because it hangs off your horse or whatever.
Right.
As far as I know, you can never get more than one. So you have all these excess trophies. You kind of don't want to sell them because they only sell for like 5 or like really low. But you found a dude that actually gives you bank.
Dude, bank, and it's worth your time. And it's interesting because we've heard about these like roundabouts with like cows, right? Of ways of making money. Yeah, and they've patched that now with a monster. So you could kill a bunch of cows and basically keep spamming that. But now they've added a monster that'll come up and kill you to prevent it. But there's this guy right here near the Oxenfurt Gate. He's an alchemist.
All right.
And he will give you... So trophies, if you look, and we'll take a look in a second, trophies can go from like anywhere like 50 to like 300 crowns.
I mean, that's what it says that the value is in your inventory, but when you actually try and sell them, you
get crap from like any merchant. I mean, alchemists, as far as my knowledge goes, like alchemists will take a higher amount than like other...
just normal dudes.
Normal merchants.
Yeah.
But this dude up here on the hill, Roach, he is legit, like full price.
That's awesome.
It's awesome. Yeah. So you want to hit this guy up. And yeah, you said it, right? Like eventually you start, once you've probably knocked out like a dozen to a 10 like trophies, you gotta get rid of them.
I mean, they're stinking up your back.
Right.
All these heads.
It's just like a bunch
Like,
of dead heads.
Just decay nonstop coming from you. I mean, maybe
Right.
that's part of the Witcher code. You just have to smell like shit.
Right. So here's like a famous one, the Night Wraith for 300.
Damn.
250 is what the value is. And some of these I just don't even care about.
Like Noon Race and Night Race are kind of like a dime a dozen.
Yeah, exactly. Like Dismemberment, like as much as I love Dismemberment, like the next guy, there's no value to it in my opinion. I mean, you're gonna have those instances happen. I always go for like
XP bonus. XP bonus is cool.
Non-humans and humans, like
Yeah.
that's tight. You're winning in that respect. And if you're short on cash, maybe you want to use like bonus gold. You also there's one down the road that I read about. It's like XP from monsters that you kill.
Yeah.
It'd be cool. So like, you want to save like one of each in my opinion, just like 3 heads, and just kind of switch them in and out. Excuse me, whenever you want. So anyways, this is the guy right here. Oddly enough, hey, what's up? Kind of way.
He only comes at a certain time.
He
right?
only comes out at like certain times, so you're gonna be meditating a lot. And I believe it's from 12 to 6 p.m.
How did you learn about all this stuff? From our lovely sister site, GameFAQs.com?
That's basically it, baby.
Yeah.
I was playing and I had these trophies. You're just like, damn, like, where can I go to get rid of them? And here's your man. This is like the only guy I know of, and I'm sure there are other dudes. I mean, this world is so freaking huge. Anyways, these will be sold 300.
Full
Bam,
price.
full price. Like legit, right?
Yeah.
Sell it.
And you depleted him of his gold
So
right
that's
quick.
so that's the issue is
Yeah.
with merchants too. Is I found this out like a few days ago. So he's we max him out. It's so funny to think about, but like, so over time, merchants will, go through their own inventory. Like you hit up a merchant, you sell him out, you take all his coin. Over time, he will accumulate it all back or just random stuff. So to
Have you
basically
figured out roughly
cheat
how
this-
long it takes?
Yeah, I read a couple different things. I heard like a day, some merchants will make back like 125 crowns. I've heard other things where it's like, if you do this like 10 times, he'll have money back.
All right. So you got to really put the brakes on your quest for Siri. Hopefully she doesn't grow old by the time you're done farming.
Where have you been?
Oh, I forgot I don't age. And everyone else does, but now I'm rich.
Or just like walking by Geralt. It's
the
like,
Witcher's
dude, this
plan.
guy's been like kneeling down for like 10 days. Are you all right, bro? Are you okay, man?
He's all zenned out, bro.
He's feeling it. So let's see here.
Well, that's cool. What other like items do you have that you can like match up with a certain merchant?
Yeah, so I kind of looked into that as well, but I'm just curious to see what this guy made. How many days is that? That was like 4 or 5 days. So.
Witcher days it was like 0.
Got any? I do.
So I think he had like roughly 300.
Yeah, you got him down to 3. Now he's
Yeah,
back
there you go.
450. All
450.
right.
So, you
Sell him
just-
another thing.
If you're desperate, you do it. But, in general, like, that's fine. You don't have to, like, spam your meditation. Like,
If anyone asks,
you just come hit this guy up once in a while and you get your full price. So, yeah, you were talking about different things. So I actually originally thought, swords you sell to... So, like, I don't know, every merchant, just your typical merchant, they're all, like, different. So I have some saved games here that are worth looking at. Okay, cool. So here was like an instance, Andy, where like you got 2 merchants, one over here, one over here.
Oh, I know this guy.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, he like got scared when like some Novigrad cops
Yeah,
showed up.
rolled up, but you take care of him. Then he sells you stuff.
I mean, obviously you're not gonna like rat him out. Like he's got something to give. So like for instance, here are these swords. Right? This sword here is worth 383.
At him.
No, in general.
In general. Okay.
So
You haven't
let's
even
check them out. Let's see what
engaged
he'll
So-
sell it for. Shall we trade? Let's do it, baby. This guy, 93. Okay.
All right. That's pretty
And even
good.
this one, 322.
That's real good.
Pretty good, you think, right? So then you got this random merchant here
welcome.
who's this bum, right? I just find this interesting, and it goes to show like the difference in merchants.
Yeah.
This guy, all he's got
is water.
He's just got empty bottles, baby.
Yeah. Empty bottles next to the sea,
And you take a look at
next to the river.
what he's got, what he'll take for 383, which was 93 from the other merchant
Oh,
here.
yeah.
And this is
Oh, that's full
650, and
price.
that's full price, dude. So the
Okay, that's
issue
interesting.
is that it's really interesting, but the issue is that, as you can see, he's only got 625, but
Yeah.
he's just like, dude, I'll give you my kid.
He's going to give all his money for that sword.
He'll do it. And again, this is another thing where it's like, keep this guy in mind.
Because you could easily, you're like looking to dump off. You just see the first merchant, you go to that guy across the street, and you just say, yeah, it's all right. That sounds good. Like, whatever.
Right.
And then you go, you don't even know you're getting half.
Half or even less. Like some dudes, it's bizarre. It's just really interesting. Different. It's like fascinating. Like different merchants will just be like, I got so much shit. Like,
So
I don't even bother.
Is there a logic to it? Because seemingly, like, you wouldn't be able to tell that guy could give you more money. Like, based on his looks and where he is. Like, there's no...
I don't think there is either, right? Like, I think it's just these merchants are just bizarre, and it's worth checking out.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like, I think the habit should be like, all right, know an item, know what you have, so you don't have to always constantly go back into your inventory and compare, you know, items. But like, know what you got, and then just, you know, when you see a merchant, check them out and just compare something that you're familiar with, and be like, all right, this guy's legit. He'll give me a fairly high price for that. Like, that's insane. Like $6.59. I mean, yes, sell them out. And you could, if you have the time and patience, you could just meditate forever, right? And this guy could slowly make money. Like, so I did it. He had 625.
Right.
I did like 4. This is a save I had. So I did like 4 day cycles, and that's what he came to. And before he was like 500. So if you just keep this dude in mind and you play the game, and you know you come across these items that you know are really high in value, you can just always hit this dude up and just get rid of him for full price.
Now that was for like swords, but what other
Swords.
like did there was a discrepancy between like other items that he had?
No, he was doing everything. So
Everything
like,
was high
Oh
price.
yeah, we can go back and I can show you. Like
That's awesome.
so I wrote all these down for like different merchants, right?
So
like
he's kind of like a quote unquote magic merchant. How many other magic merchants do you know of?
I don't. So this
Okay.
guy was just random. I just randomly found him. So here he is, like 680. He'll give me this Triglav runestone. Now I look back. The last merchant would give it for 260.
Yeah.
An armorer would give it to me 409, and a blacksmith would give it to me for 409. So again, like armorers and blacksmiths,
Are all
they're
pretty good.
they're the same. I had this suspicion, like, oh, I'll sell like you know my armor to the armorer because you know he's into that.
Yeah.
No, like blacksmiths and armors, if you're looking to sell items, they're roughly the same in my opinion. You know,
What about
again,
the trophies? What does this guy want for the trophies?
damn, full price.
So he's maybe just like a magic merchant.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, that's
Look at
awesome,
that.
dude.
That's awesome, right?
Yeah.
So there you go. Actually, you know, screw meditation if you're like not into that. You could get rid of, you know, your trophies and your hot items to this dude. Yeah, that's
Let's,
about it, man.
Let's send people on their way.
Yeah.
Stay tuned to GameSpot if you want to see more stuff about video games, because that's what we do.
That is what we do. Thanks,
All right.
Andy.
Yeah, thank you.